Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of
The English Couple.
The Couple English. Yeah, whatever. What we should be saying is, hello there.
Aye up.
Hi-o there. You've been down the old farm, know what I mean, bugger?
Excusez-moi.
Excuse me. We've been down the farm, haven't we?
We have though, haven't we? Down Dora's dairy and all that.
We have to apologise again. It's like too much. We can't remember how to do this filming thing, and months go by. And what's that tumbleweed that goes whistling down the road?
Yeah, nothing happens on the shelf.
And people go, "Have they done one then?"
The dust layers on the shelving.
Exactly.
Of the English Couple Chanel.
Oh yeah, nothing. Have they died and gone to somewhere?
Gone to
Well,
oh, there's your thumbnail.
thumbnail.
Oh no. Do it again. No. Oh.
Whatever.
Anyway.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we're trying
We're
to
a
say?
bit mad today, madder than usual.
Madder
than usual today because
Yes.
it was a long day yesterday.
Oh, we got up early in the morning,
Early.
3 a.m. and went to the wee room. Then went back to bed. But no, we got up reasonably early, didn't we? We were up at 6 and out at 7.
Yes.
We had a long journey to Wiltshire
Yes.
from Sussex,
Yes.
which is only a couple of counties along, really.
Yeah, but it's the whole length of Hampshire.
Yeah, the whole length of Hampshire. Oh,
Whole
blimey.
length of Hampshire, right?
And the thing is, we decided to go at the busiest time, rush hour, where every bit of road had everybody else going, let's all go to work at the same time. It sounds like a good idea and we can be bumper to bumper, which is what they were.
Well, unfortunately, had we leaving at that same time, had we gone just a slightly different route, it might have been better.
Yes, we could have
Instead of
gone
going
across
big
country.
roads, yeah.
And if we had big tractors, and Julie's got a story about that, we could have gone across land and there would have been no cars.
No cars at all.
Just angry farmers.
And a few cows.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, so anyway, I needed to get a diesel for the van, didn't I?
You did.
That's a little lead-in.
That is a little lead-in. I got that.
You got that, didn't
My gosh. Wow. Thank you for that.
That's
segue.
all right. Yeah, a little segue.
So I'm there sitting in the van whilst Richard is fueling, and yeah, just like that. And
Into the van,
and I noticed this fellow walking across from the right to the left and into the.
she said.
No, I didn't. I
Wish I was with
noticed
him,
because
she
his
said.
bottom was hanging out.
Yo.
And I was like, oh, it's eye rolling. It's like,
Oh, eye
wear a
rolling.
belt.
Yeah, wear a belt. Pull your trousers up.
Anyway.
Put some knickers on.
But then I noticed he was wearing some steel toe cap ankle boots. I thought,
Stiletto
steel toe cap, not stiletto cap.
caps. It's a kind of a weird thing, that is.
Anyway.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, I wonder what he does. And then I looked right, and there was a big old fancy tractor, wasn't there?
Oh, it was big.
Big old fancy tractor with a big old plush cabin, all safe and secure and sterile in there, wasn't
Spotless
it?
as well.
Spotless, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there he was with his arse hanging out.
Yeah.
Language. And a really thin jumper. And I was thinking, whoa. And not a spot of mud on him. Not a spot of mud.
Yeah, he's obviously just got up out of bed, showered, and been in his tractor for 5 minutes.
But even on his boots, they
Yeah.
seemed like pristine.
He doesn't. Well, he's a modern farmer, isn't he?
He's a modern farmer, but I was
Doesn't
like,
touch the soil. Doesn't get out of it. Oh gosh, that's muddy. Oh no, I'm in here, nice and warm in my little cabin where no flies or buzzards or worms or snakes.
or clods of muck
Yes,
can reach you.
exactly. And probably with his earphones on, his
Yeah.
sat nav doing
Yeah.
all the work, GPS.
I don't even know why they bother sitting in the cabs these days. They should just,
Can they not do it remote
I was going to say
control?
they could probably do it remote control.
Yeah.
Just stick a tab in there in the port and anyway.
The thing was, Julia said to me once he'd bogged off,
once you
she
got
said,
back
if
in.
ever we get a piece of land and we have our own, even if we have a
Little
tiny little
farm.
tractor or a little farmette or whatever it is,
we won't look like that.
yeah, we won't look like that.
We'll
be
have belts for a start.
covered in mud and cow poo, which,
Yeah.
funnily enough, at the end of the day,
Wait. But we'd also have our big galoshes, our wellies, our waxed coats and hats and things, won't we?
we will indeed.
That's what we'll probably be wearing.
That's right.
But the irony is, we then turned up at Dora's dairy,
Yes.
looking like we do, I didn't even have wellies.
No.
I did have my walking boots, but they're not waterproof. So
You had your fluffy little hats, didn't you, and your little poodle, and
I didn't,
you
but
know,
I had
your
my
best
hair
jewellery
loose. I had
on.
my jewellery on. Well, it's not necessarily my best jewellery, but it's the jewellery I wear every day. I didn't think to take any of that off.
No.
Any of this, so
I didn't know
I was
why.
highly inappropriate, really.
You were inappropriate.
And one of the
No,
calves-
you weren't inappropriate at all. You had it was cold, miserable, wet, nasty
a nice thick coat
weather.
on.
We had rain, smeary rain. I had my blue Harris tweed on, farmer like, and a jumper, which I'd had a nosebleed on the way down on the
you.
M4. Driving along, going, what's this red stuff coming from? Where's that?
Pull over, quickly try.
All over the windscreen. It's very hard, you know, the windscreen wipers trying to wash the blood off the thing, and people looking, thinking I've murdered Julia in the van.
Never mind the kamikaze pigeon.
Yeah, kamikaze pigeon, like that. So yes, so I was
It's not
driving.
washing off. Sorry.
I was driving with tissue up my nozzle,
Yeah.
like great longer tissue that Julia just shoved up there. There, I'll put a cork in it and concentrate on the driving.
Just keep driving, lad.
So, you know, it's very difficult when you're going 170 on the motorway with blood pouring out and Julia's holding onto the side going, can you go a bit slower? Anyway, we got there.
We got there.
And they were very nice, weren't they?
They were absolutely lovely, really wonderful people.
And the farmers were nice too, not just the cows.
Because they're nice people too.
They're
the
nice
cows.
people, yeah.
And
And
the
we got
donkeys.
in amongst them, didn't we?
We did straight away. We
Yeah.
they were like, "Come on in." Actually,
And
we did have hot beverages shoved in our hands.
We
first,
did, that was
which
very
was
nice.
very much appreciated.
With hot chocolate with raw milk in it.
Just the chitchat, as my granddaddy used to say.
creamy. And also those tongues that not the farmers,
no.
but the cows' tongues.
Oh gosh, yeah, really rather long, aren't they?
Long
Just to
and
wrap around the
raspy,
grass
yeah.
and rip it up.
And they were like trying to eat your hair.
I know one of the calves. He was obsessed with it. I guess it might have been the fruity scent of my hair. My hair is no longer fruity scented.
No.
What does it smell like now?
Cows.
It smells like muck, actually.
Mock scent. And yes, there we were watching them milk the cows, which was great. And then one cow lifted its tail, and this extruded mass of brown stuff came piling out.
We
Hit
don't
the
really
deck.
need to describe that. But the reason was...
But wait, it hit the deck like this. And because it was sort of liquidy as it is,
And because it was also, the cow was standing up on a plinth
Yeah.
in the milking dairy.
this concrete deck that it hit sent it everywhere, and
Yeah. All that distance down and then...
it was, I was getting
Quite
it.
a wide radius, wasn't it?
It was in my hair for hours. I really had to, you know, when you get under your arms like that and you pull it out, you go, oh, another bit of... Anyway, I was covered in it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Not, you know, enough to go...
Well, we both were, but we managed to clean up a little bit, and then we were in the know. Then, we should stay back when their tail lifts up.
Yeah.
Get it back.
When their tail rises, you know that's...
So we learnt more than one or two lessons, didn't we?
we learnt a lot, actually, down there on the farm.
And did it put us off?
Not at all. It engaged us much more. And I mean, I got into the stall, didn't I? Yeah. And got on my all fours and said, go on, stick those things on my udder. I've only got the one.
Oh, Richard. And you complained about me saying about the pipe the other day.
The what?
To somebody.
The pipe.
The pipe we smoke.
Oh yes,
Pipes.
the pipes of people. We didn't take our pipes. No. I would like to have been there on the gate with my flat cap going, hello there, this is the farm, innit? You know what I mean? Puff, puff. Like a proper farmer. Although the farmer we met,
Doesn't smoke a pipe.
He doesn't smoke a pipe, doesn't smoke at all.
He quit smoking a decade ago,
Yes.
didn't he? Which is very laudable.
Very laudable.
Very laudable.
Except we've started smoking pipes, haven't we?
Yeah.
Although I didn't have a
Each
pipe
to
at
their
all
own, though,
yesterday.
ain't
Yeah, each to
No,
their
we
own.
didn't have one yesterday.
Yeah.
And I did ask you yesterday evening. I said, have you had a pipe? You said, no.
No.
Don't fancy one.
Well, not after my nose bleeds. I don't want the bowl filling up with blood. It can congeal and gurgle and make horrible...
No, if you turn it up the other way, and it could be like a snorkel.
That's right. Yeah, there you are. Anyway, we have got some footage
We have.
of that which we're going to edit in. So at some point in this, we don't know because we're not doing it now, obviously, because we're sitting here talking here.
Yep. Flap him out.
But we have got some lovely pictures now. So just describe.
Describe. Describe.
Just describe.
Yes, just to reiterate.
Yeah.
7 a.m. we left.
Yeah.
7:15 we arrived back.
Yeah. 12
PM.
hours.
Yeah. So carry on.
Yeah. I was just
Describe.
The farm, and I can put some footage in as you describe it. You see, or you can put depending on who's editing this.
Yeah, depending on who's editing this. Well, it was at the end of a lovely little lane, a dead end lane, so it culminated in this lovely little farm, didn't it? To the left, you had the milking parlour, and then like paddock type, not paddock. What do you call it? Holding area.
Yeah.
And then two large. Or was it three?
What?
The large canopied.
Oh, the yes. Instead of
Instead of
well, they
being-
were kind of like barns, weren't they? But they were plastic covered, metal ringed, tubular,
They almost
very large.
look like large
polytunnels.
polytunnels, but they're not.
Yeah,
They've got much sturdier frames.
exactly.
Which I thought was brilliant, because during the winter, when they spend most of the time inside, obviously, they get brighter,
Light.
natural light. Okay, it's
And they
amplified
can
by
close
the
them
wind.
down if they want to, but just leave the ends open if they want the wind whistling through. Luckily, the prevailing wind is going against them, so the cows don't get cold. Otherwise, they have to wear their leg warmers.
And actually, it was very cute seeing some of these smaller calves in their little jackets.
Yeah, they did actually have jackets
Yeah, well, some of them are only like 3 days old.
and leotards. No, they didn't have leotards. No.
There's a lot of face palming going on today.
Yes,
over here.
from the audience.
Dooshka, dooshka. I'm going to get concussion in a minute.
So soggy.
will
Yes,
be.
they were lovely, lovely things. And then, of course, the milking bit is all done by hand, but with the machines. So what I mean is, not robotically. Because we've been when we went to Bideford. Were you not with me then? Biddington. Weren't we taken
Biddenden.
weren't we taken to a farm where they did it? Did you not come on
No,
that
I wasn't
trip?
there at the. No, I wasn't Biddenden anyway. I was somewhere else, and it was an automated.
Yeah,
fully
but it
automated-
was Biddenden. It was what's the name who took me there?
Oh right, was it Joe from Biddenden?
It was either Joe or the other farmer bloke,
Adrian.
Adrian.
Oh, bless Adrian.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing all right.
Anyway, so sorry about that. Bit of wistful thinking there. You could just doze off.
I didn't
during
even
that
get to finish describing the farm.
bit. Yeah, sorry. Finish describing the farm in Finland because it's Finnish.
Anyway, so you've got those big polytunnel type things,
Yeah.
and then between that and the house, which is on the right, and
To make sure it's on the right, because if you're standing the other way round, it's on the anyway.
yeah, you had kind of a complex of a few different buildings that were all
I've got a
what's the word?
complex.
Conglomerated? No, anyway, conjoined.
Conjoined like
Sure.
twins.
Yeah, all joined up. And in there you had a couple of. Oh, there was a cob horse and a pony. The pony was called Pig, by the way, and the other one was called Jack.
And the pigs were all named Horse.
No, but I did find it funny because there was a pony called Pig and a cow called Pepper. So between them, you've got Pepper Pig.
And there's a oh yeah.
Yeah.
And did they not have a horse called Melody
No.
and a dog called Melody?
Oh no, Maple. They had a dog called
Maple,
and
Maple.
a cow called Maple.
Yes, that's very difficult.
It's quite funny because they were looking for They were looking for Maple the dog. Maple, Maple, and then Maple the cow comes walking up to the gate. Do I get treats or something?
Yeah.
It was so cute.
It's like it's walkies.
So they know their names. They all looked very loved, didn't they? all
They're
those
very,
animals?
very loved.
very much.
Yeah, especially at the rear end. More face palming. What's the matter? Because when
This is
you're
a
in,
long one. This is a long one.
when you're in the dairy, you see. I suppose what I didn't really appreciate, because not having been in the milking parlour, rather not the dairy bit, the milking parlour. What I didn't really appreciate is, of course, the cows step up onto their little platform stools,
Thing, yeah.
and then they put their head in the trough and they're eating, whilst the little gnome men are pulling down at the teats, filling up the buckets of milk, albeit by special
wasn't really
suction
in buckets, but never mind.
No. But the point is, you are working very much at the rear end of the cow.
Oh yeah.
So you get to see the
All of the glory.
glory, the farmer's glory, as A.G. Street would have said. Yeah, you see that end quite a lot. And as I was filming it for my other channel, and for this channel as well, you'll see you do get a lot of the back ends of cows. And the nice bit you couldn't see because they're behind. They're at the wall,
behind the
aren't they?
doors, yeah.
Yes, eating and chowing away. And it's only then you get this sort of a funny effect when the doors open and then they come racing out. And it's like a very slow motion of being at the
Races.
dog races or something,
yeah.
where the
They only get released one at a time.
And they do look mighty relieved, having had their big bladders. Well, they're not
Udders.
Udders. Is it an udder? Is the sack? What's the sack called?
It's an udder.
Oh yeah, the udder one emptied.
Anyway.
Why? There's nothing wrong with that. They got it, but they look relieved, and then they would go off and have a good old munch of lunch.
Yes. What I found fascinating was that some of them were trying to get back in, basically because they wanted some of the little tidbits that they were able to munch on whilst being milked.
Yeah.
They were trying to force their way back in. One of them did kind of head punch
Oh,
the other one, didn't she? And
Yeah.
I was trying to like, oi, get out the way.
Was that
But then I was
Dora?
like, nope, backing off. I can't remember if it was Dora.
Because on the video, there's a bit where I think it's Dora, who's the dairy is named after.
It's a beautiful cow.
And she's like, yeah, I'm getting back in there, and then, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway. No, but Dora, though, lovely cow. She's all black with a few bits of white on her.
so they've got, what have they got?
She was raised by them both. She
Yes.
was one of the first that they raised by hand.
By hand.
From birth.
From an insect
small.
egg. And what are they? I had a question in. I lost it now. What colour is red? No, what were that? What would there was a mixed breeds, weren't they? They were
Yes.
different types of breeds. So they didn't have any Frisians,
No, I don't believe they did.
but they had Holsteins,
Holsteins.
Jerseys,
Yep.
Guernseys. Did they have any Guernseys?
They had. I think they might have. I don't think they actually listed all of the ones that they had
Right.
in all our conversations there.
Yeah.
So unusually, I don't know what they had because normally I'm like, what's that one? What's that
Yeah.
one? What's that one? But I was just so in my element. I was like, baby cows.
And they had the
I
little
know they're
baby
called
calves, and they were sucking on the old nipples at the TTs.
Why?
Why?
That
Well,
is-
that's because that's what they do.
Why did you have to say so? We know what they do.
I know, but but it's nice to see them
What he's
feeding
trying to
on
say,
their
I
mothers.
think, is that they get to share the milk with the
Yeah,
the
well,
farmers.
that's the whole. That was the
Yes.
thing. That was.
It was just the way you said it, dear.
I know. I'm so soggy. But that is how they do it. They go, and they're quite aggressive, aren't
They
they?
are very aggressive. I thought my babies were aggressive enough.
Yeah.
No.
And so that was nice. And so yeah, because people often say, "Oh, but about milk," because they've all gone on to that awful oat milk. You try getting milk out of an oak tree, a bit different. You might get a bit of sap if you're lucky. Yes, and then people go on about, but you're killing off the calves and all of that. But they have the calves still feeding, and there's still enough milk afterwards. Because what he doesn't do is just deplete the cows completely, and as he said, he doesn't. We're not trying to be intensive.
No. They're just taking surplus, basically.
Yeah, and obviously they take the larger amount, I imagine, but they make sure that there's enough for the baby cows because they grow them up. And in the interview, rear them. Yeah. He said we grow our own cows, and it just had this idea of him with a watering can going around in the field and going, "There you are, see if you can get a bit bigger." He didn't actually have that accent at all, by the way.
No, he didn't. But I was sniggering behind the camera. I was like,
Yeah.
picturing a similar thing.
So that was anyway. It was a lovely day, and then we saw pigs as well.
We did.
They were great, but there was only 3 or 4.
Yeah, they weren't quite as tame as I was hoping.
Yeah.
But yeah, he buys them in and then raises them up. Well, fattens them basically.
To God.
You raise me. Shh, we don't want a copyright strike.
No.
Don't mind on my little channel.
Yeah, I don't mind. But so they were, and these were like what, white pigs? I mean, they were just classic pinks, but are they called whites?
They weren't pedigree, so they might be slightly crossbreed, but they did look like the large white ones.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what the
classic sort of pink pig, really, as in Peppa Pig type pig.
Yeah.
As opposed to, what's the other one we like? The
Tamworth.
Hereford. Oh, Tamworth. Yeah, Hereford is a
Tamworth.
cow, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and Tamworth.
There probably is a Hereford pig as well, but
Yes, it's interesting how they're named after counties.
well, it's usually the counties that they were developed with.
There you are, you see. This is usually what the case
That's
is.
usually what the case is.
I mean, if a roll of film was, say, a pig, it might be a Hemel Hempstead.
Yes.
Anybody who knows where you used to send Kodak to would have got that. That's really for Nigel Nigel Sadler. You get that one.
Yeah.
So the pigs are nice.
There he is rolling in the aisle.
There's rolling. Yeah, it's turning the video off quickly. What else happened? There were some chickens and other sort of things.
Yeah, chickens, ducks, guinea fowl.
The Brontosaurus, T-Rex.
Donkeys.
But because the weather was miserable, we didn't really get to go prancing around the fields.
No.
And I had a nice little prancy dance already, but we weren't allowed to do it, so we wouldn't have been taken seriously. But the great thing is he has a little hut, Dora's Dairy Hut, where they have a vending machine, so you can go in, you don't have to disturb the farmer when he's having a snooze, and you just put in the money in the, I suppose it's a novelty, not a novelty, but a loyalty box.
Honesty box.
Honesty. Anyway, we got it in the van, and it was full of money. So we were quite lucky with that. But yeah, you can get a litre or 2 litres. It's not the cheapest of milk.
No, but that's kind of rightly so.
Yeah,
because
it's the proper value.
Food is medicine.
That's right.
Food is medicine.
Yeah, you get a couple of pints of penicillin in there. Nice and pink and looks lovely.
No, you definitely don't.
No, you don't get any penicillin in his milk. It's all clean, it's all lovely. And I had a pint of milk. They're very kindly. He said, well, after our first hot chocolates, he said, would you like another drink? I said, well, I'd like milk, please. He said, good answer. I'll just nip down to the supermarket and get you some cheap
homogenised, pasteurised.
You're not having any of our good quality milk, not the likes of you.
A2 milk for you? No.
But it was lovely. It was lovely. It was gorgeous. And we bought some. We bought some burgers because they have beef cattle there as well.
Yeah, but it's actually pork and apple burgers.
But it was not the beef ones because it was pork and apple.
Yeah.
So some of those. So we actually saw the pig being sliced a bit with the apple, pressed into.
You nearly made some bacon of yourself, didn't you?
I did. Look, is it? Well, no, it's this side, is it?
No, it's this side.
Is it? I can't remember.
It's healing up nicely, which is good.
Didn't do that on the farm.
No.
Did that at home, practicing.
Yeah.
Making our own bacon. It's called the head of bacon, that is. Anyway, we've got the burgers. We haven't tried them yet.
No, we haven't.
No, but we do. We may well do because, looking at the time.
We may have some time to do.
Yeah. Well, look, we've been rabbiting for some time now.
Rabbiting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was no rabbits.
Oh yeah, I was thinking. Yeah. Anyway,
so we don't want to bore you.
No, well, we could chat on for ages, and I'm sure there's 1 or 2 people who like hearing us waffle on, but
Well, we haven't done one for so long.
I know. But anyway, there was so much that we learnt and so much that we enjoyed yesterday.
Yes.
Such a wonderful day, and like we say, wonderful people. So nice to meet them. You had a lovely long chat with John. I had a lovely long chat with Sarah.
Sarah is his ex actually. It was quite a weird arrangement because they'd separated, but they're still both passionate about the farm.
Well, I mean,
and both invested in it.
It's his farm, but she'd invested a lot of her, herself, and she raised some of those cows with him. And
so it's good that they can work together quite amicably.
Beautiful.
That's the way to do it, said one of the cows. That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
So that was great, and of course, you're not really going to find very many people who are experienced milkers, as in milkmaids.
Yeah.
That can work with you. That you've got a good rapport with, I imagine.
Yeah. No.
So you've got to hang on to the people, even though your relationship may be over. So. But you can still be friends. And we're friends. And our relationship isn't over.
Thankfully.
No. Otherwise we would be the English separated couple.
Yeah, the English non-couple.
Yeah, but that's not us.
Yeah, I don't like that. Not my.
I don't know why you introduced that into the conversation.
I know. Anyone would think it was under my mind.
Under your mind. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We've had a doddle here chatting to you.
It's not been a doddle.
It's been hard work.
You're a dodder.
Yeah, I'm a dodo. Nearly extinct. Stop it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do put your comments underneath because that's where they go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just drift around.
It's just messy otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just get piled up all over the place.
And then we have to try and pull them out of the ether, and then you'll say, no, that's not what I said. You said you were the worst couple on YouTube. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed the little pictures we've been putting up and of the animals that we saw, and we hope to do some more of these visits because I've got them lined up with the other channel, and we hope to be doing more of that on the English couple.
Yes. Yeah, we did intend to do an English couple yesterday.
Yes. But just ran out of time.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just agog with everything.
Yeah. And hands-on and in there.
And hands-on, and it was great.
Helping out, it was brilliant.
And those lovely poo pies. Poo pies were nice.
Pat splats.
Yes.
Double face palm. Oh no.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Till next time, from the lovely Julia and myself.
It's toodaloo.
Boodle bidle. What?
Boodle bidle.
I don't know. Words.
Ta-ra.